all species, the birds, the trees, the monkeys, the flowers, the cockroaches, and of course us humans are all synced together. I mean, you know what it's called, right? There's one specific species that every single creature on this earth relies on to exist. And like most of them, the species is going downhill fast, which is no bueno for the rest of us. Remember this guy? It's plankton. Well, technically phytoplankton, but without him, none of us would even be here. Phytoplankton are at the very, very bottom of the food chain. They're single-celled plants that drift in the ocean and are eaten by zooplankton, who are then eaten by small fish, and actually even big fish, like the blue whale. And then the small fish are eaten by bigger fish, like tuna, and then that tuna ends up in our spicy tuna roll. Not only do every marine species depend on phytoplankton to eat, they also depend on it to breathe, and so do we. Phytoplankton are just tiny plants, and like other plants, they get their energy through photosynthesis. So phytoplankton live near the surface of the ocean and breathe in carbon dioxide and breathe out oxygen. So by storing carbon dioxide, these tiny little microscopic creatures play a big role in climate control. They produce about 50% of the oxygen in the ocean and the atmosphere, and everyone needs oxygen, right? I mean, without it, we couldn't survive. But here's the problem. Phytoplankton have been decreasing by about 1% every year. They've actually decreased 40% in the past 60 years. Why? Because of the warming of the oceans and the increase of ultraviolet light in the atmosphere. You see, phytoplankton need light and heat to photosynthesize, but when there's too much light and heat, it's kind of like overkill for these guys, and it changes their chemical composition, which slows their rate of photosynthesis. Photosynthesis is the thing that gives them energy, and without energy, they can't, reproduce. And they basically just die off. Why are the oceans warming? Because of high levels of CO2 in the atmosphere. And I don't think I have to remind you where that comes from. You know, our factories, farms, cars, electronics, basically everything we do in modern life. I mean, it really is incredible how everything on this earth is so connected. I mean, everyone talks about saving the elephants and the tigers, and of course they're important, but we have to remember the little guys, because if they go, everything else just tumbles down with them. If you want to save the phytoplankton, reduce your carbon footprint. Recycle, ride your bike to work, air dry your clothes, become vegan. Do what you can to live a cleaner, simpler life, because without the phytoplankton, our oxygen levels would basically be cut in half and we'd all be screwed. Alright guys, thanks for watching. If anybody else knows anything cool about phytoplankton, put it in the comments below. I'd really love to hear about it. I got the idea for this video from the documentary Racing Extinction, which just came out, and I saw it last weekend, and it blew my mind. It was so incredible, and everyone should definitely go see it. For those of you who saw my video 2 weeks ago about the Land and Water Conservation Fund, or if you've heard of the Land and Water Conservation Fund, it expires tomorrow, September 30th, people, tomorrow. So to find out more about that, how to get involved, racing against the clock here, guys. Click right here on this video, find out more. If you want to see more videos like this, subscribe to my channel right here, clicking in this button, and I put out new sustainability videos every Tuesday. Alright, see you guys next week.